Cuomo's anti-Trump bias is so bad, even liberal senators are calling him out, by Benjamin Ayre for conservativetribune.com. The mainstream media often pretends to be unbiased and balanced, but of course anybody who pays attention to networks like CNN and MSNBC knows that nothing could be further from the truth. Perhaps one of the most biased anti-Trump journalists is Chris Cuomo, the brother of the current Democrat governor of New York. That left-leaning slant against the president became so bad on Thursday that even a liberal senator found himself scolding the CNN journalist. Senator Angus King of Maine was previously a Democrat before changing his party affiliation to Independent in 1993. He still caucuses with the Democratic Party, however, and frequently votes from a decidedly liberal viewpoint. While discussing possible meddling by Russia and the appropriate U.S. response, Chris Cuomo tried to paint Trump as weak against Putin, even though the White House issued a scathing rebuke of Russia and backed new sanctions against the former Soviet Union. So the White House backing British Prime Minister Theresa May's decision to expel 23 Russian diplomats after the nerve agent attack on former Russian spy and his daughter in the UK, Cuomo said, President Trump, however, leaving it to his aides to condemn Russia. The CNN reporter tried desperately to make it seem like Trump was purposely covering for Putin. Am I wrong to be suspicious of why, once again, the president will not mention Vladimir Putin or Russia even after an alleged murder on the soil of one of the greatest allies? Cuomo challenged, referring to the possible Russian plot in the United Kingdom. Surprisingly, even the liberal King spoke up to defend Trump against the latest CNN accusations of weakness. Let's take a look, listen to the clip right here. Well, we're trying to take a listen to the clip.
Good morning. Am I suspicious of why, once again, the president, who seems always to be spoiling for a fight, brags about lying to the Canadian Prime Minister, will not mention Vladimir Putin or Russia even after an alleged murder on the soil of one of our greatest allies? Now, well, that has happened. He just hasn't done it, Senator, and there's a point of fact here. Yeah, that would be a fine prescription for how to proceed if we didn't know anything. But the president, at the time that he said that, had to know that Theresa May had already addressed Parliament and said, we know that it was Russia. So it wasn't that he was waiting for facts. He just didn't want to act on the facts.
Well, I think maybe you're being a little hard, because he said we don't know all the facts. They got the facts. The White House just issued a statement. It's true he didn't issue the statement, but the statement that I saw yesterday and it was on the White House stationery, speaking for the president, was pretty strong.
So you don't think it has to come from the president directly?
Well, I think that's preferable, but you know, I think maybe we're cutting the lines fairly fine here.
In other words, where's your proof? Where's your proof? It's the deep state again. It seems no matter what Trump can do, nothing right in the eyes of CNN and Chris Cuomo. If the White House issues an official statement condemning Russian meddling, the media attacks Trump for not making a speech. If the president personally speaks out about the issue, the same pundits criticize him for using the wrong wording or not being strict enough. King is right. Journalists like Chris Cuomo are supposed to report the news as even-handedly as possible, but instead go into every issue with an agenda, constantly smearing the president. May win Cuomo points with his elitist liberal inner circle, but when even a left-leaning lawmaker like King calls him out for bias, a line has definitely been crossed. They're pushing for confrontation with Russia. And I totally disagree with this. This is all hearsay. What Theresa May is doing? Look, Theresa May better start taking a look at her country, that the mess that they're in with this liberal attitude, because there won't be any more England there left. And the fact of the matter is they have no proof, and it wouldn't take Russia 10 years to get at somebody if they wanted to get them. You see what I'm saying? Because that Russian spy was living in the UK there for 10 years. So they're all up in arms. What does it tell you? Anything that the mainstream media is pushing means you better go the opposite direction, because it's not for the good of the country. And if they want to go have a confrontation with Russia, I say get them on the front lines. Let's put Chris Cuomo right up front, since he's so adamant about having a confrontation with Russia. Are you kidding me? They're out of their minds. They're out of their minds, and people can see through their garbage. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.